Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we are diving deep into one of the most intense and fascinating comparisons in the Middle East. Egypt versus Israel in terms of missile technology and firepower. Both countries have invested heavily in their missile programs over decades, shaping the balance of power in the region. This isn't just about counting how many missiles each side has. It's about range, accuracy, payload capacity, and integration with other military assets. Israel is known worldwide for its technological edge and layered missile defense systems like Iron Dome, David's Sling, and Arrow 3. Meanwhile, Egypt has been quietly building a formidable missile capability of its own, often with international cooperation, particularly from the US, China, and North Korea in earlier years. In this video, we'll break down each country's short-range, medium-range, and potentially long-range missiles, their cruise missile capabilities, and their air defense networks. We'll also analyze which side currently holds the advantage and how this might shift in the future given ongoing military procurements and alliances. So stay with us until the very end, because you might be shocked by what we discover about the balance of missile power between these two neighbors who share a very complex history. Let's start with Egypt's missile arsenal. Egypt has focused on developing a diverse range of missile capabilities that can deter regional threats and project power when needed. Their missile development dates back to the 1960s, when they attempted to produce indigenous ballistic missiles like the Al-Zafir and Al-Kahir. Today, Egypt possesses a range of Scud-B and Scud-C missiles acquired from North Korea, which have a range of about 300-500 kilometers, capable of reaching deep into enemy territory. In addition, Egypt is believed to have developed the Project T missile program, which aimed at extending range and payload capabilities. More recently, Egypt has been investing in modern precision-guided weapons, including cruise missiles that can be launched from air, sea, and land platforms. For example, Egypt's Air Force is equipped with Rafale and F-16 jets that can deliver stand-off weapons like the SCALP cruise missile, giving Cairo long-range strike capabilities. This makes Egypt's missile force not just about ballistic missiles, but also about precision strike options that can hit strategic targets with high accuracy. Egypt has also been upgrading its command and control systems to make sure these missile systems are integrated into a modern battle network. Now let's turn to Israel's missile capabilities, which are among the most advanced in the world. Israel's missile program has been driven by its need to defend against multiple threats from neighboring countries and non-state actors. Israel has developed the Jericho series of ballistic missiles, Jericho I-2I, and the highly advanced Jericho theory, which is believed to have intercontinental range capabilities of up to 806, 500 kilometers. This gives Israel a credible second strike capability, which is essential for deterrence. In addition, Israel has deployed the ORAS long-range artillery missile, a precision-guided quasi-ballistic missile with a range of 400 plus km and pinpoint accuracy. What makes Israel's missile arsenal unique is not just offensive capability, but also its missile defense architecture. The Iron Dome system is famous for intercepting short-range rockets, while David's Sling covers medium-range threats, and the Arrow 2 and Arrow 3 systems are designed to intercept ballistic missiles outside the Earth's atmosphere. Together, this layered defense network gives Israel a strategic advantage by significantly reducing vulnerability to missile attacks. Furthermore, Israel's ability to produce indigenous technology ensures a steady supply of missiles and upgrades without relying heavily on foreign suppliers. Comparing short-range missile systems, Egypt relies on Scud derivatives and possibly the Badr 2000 missile program, although much of the information on this program remains classified. Egypt's short-range ballistic missiles, ASRBMs provide coverage for regional targets and can be launched quickly in case of conflict. They are supported by a growing stockpile of multiple launch rocket systems, MLRS, that can saturate enemy defenses in a conflict. Israel, on the other hand, has a variety of short-range strike options, including guided rockets, air-launched precision bombs, and the LoRa missile system. However, Israel's doctrine focuses less on massed missile attacks and more on precision strikes to neutralize enemy assets quickly. This doctrinal difference means Egypt might rely on volume of fire, whereas Israel relies on accuracy and intelligence to achieve objectives with fewer missiles. If we look at range, most of Egypt's SRBMs are capable of striking targets in southern Israel, but for northern Israel, Egypt would rely more on air-launched or cruise missile assets. Israel's short-range options can hit anywhere in Egypt with ease due to the country's smaller geography and superior targeting data. When it comes to medium-range missiles, this is where Israel's Jericho and Egypt's potential development of extended range Scuds and other systems come into play. The Jericho all-in missile has an estimated range of around 500 km, capable of reaching any target in the Middle East. Egypt is believed to have been working on extending the range of its Scud-based systems to reach up to 200 km, which would allow coverage of the entire Israeli territory and potentially even beyond. However, Egypt does not publicly showcase such missiles. So much of this capability remains speculative and unconfirmed by international observers. Israel, meanwhile, openly tests and demonstrates its missile systems, showcasing technological superiority and deterrence capability. The medium-range category is critical because it represents the ability to hit strategic targets like air bases, power plants, and command centers. In this domain, Israel appears to have the advantage because of better accuracy, more reliable missile designs, and a robust industrial base that can sustain production during wartime. Egypt may have the numbers, but Israel has the precision and reliability edge. Cruise missile capability is another important aspect of this comparison. Egypt has invested in acquiring air-launched cruise missiles like the SCALP EG from France, which can strike targets at ranges of over 500 km with extreme accuracy. Egypt also operates ship-based Harpoon missiles for anti-ship roles, giving it a credible maritime strike capability in the Mediterranean and Red Sea. Israel, meanwhile, has a variety of indigenous and imported cruise missiles, including the Delilah air-launched cruise missile and the Papay missile family. These missiles can be deployed from F-15, F-16, and F-35 fighter jets, giving Israel long-range precision strike options against both land and sea targets. In addition, Israel has submarine-launched cruise missiles believed to be nuclear-capable, giving it a secure second strike capability. This is a major strategic advantage because it means Israel can retaliate even if its land-based missile systems are destroyed in a first strike. In cruise missile warfare, both nations are well-equipped, but Israel's integration of these systems into a nuclear triad capability places it a step ahead strategically. Air defense is perhaps the most decisive factor in a missile duel between Egypt and Israel. Egypt operates a large number of Soviet and Russian-built surface-to-air missile SAM systems, including the S-300VM anti-2500 Buck M2 and Tor M1, as well as modern radar networks. These systems give Egypt a layered air defense network capable of intercepting cruise missiles and some ballistic missiles. Egypt has also invested in Chinese HQ-9 systems and continues to upgrade its air defense integration. Israel, however, has the most advanced air defense system in the world relative to its size. The Iron Dome has shot down thousands of rockets with a high success rate, while David's Sling and Arrow systems cover higher altitude threats. This means that in any exchange of missiles, Israel is more likely to survive and continue fighting effectively, while Egypt might suffer heavier losses if Israeli missiles penetrate its defenses. This defensive edge could shape the outcome of a conflict as it allows Israel to absorb the first wave of attacks and strike back effectively. Another factor to consider is foreign assistance and military industrial base. Egypt receives significant military aid from the United States, which includes upgrades to its F-16 fleet and access to precision-guided munitions. Egypt also collaborates with European partners for technology transfers, especially for naval and air platforms. However, Egypt's domestic missile production capability is limited compared to Israel. Israel has a robust defense industry led by companies like Rafael, Israel Aerospace Industries, IAI, and Elbit Systems, which design, produce, and continuously improve missiles and missile defense systems domestically. This self-sufficiency means Israel can quickly adapt to emerging threats without waiting for foreign suppliers. Egypt may have to rely on imports, which can be delayed due to international politics. This industrial advantage ensures that Israel will continue to stay ahead in missile technology for the foreseeable future unless Egypt significantly boosts its indigenous production capabilities. The geopolitical context also matters. Egypt and Israel have maintained a peace treaty since 1979, and open conflict between the two countries is unlikely. However, military planners on both sides must prepare for worst-case scenarios. Egypt's missiles are primarily meant as a deterrent and to maintain balance of power in a volatile region. Israel's missile program, on the other hand, is focused on defending against multiple fronts simultaneously: Gaza, Lebanon, Syria, Iran, and potentially other hostile actors. This multi-front threat perception has driven Israel to develop an extensive missile shield and an offensive strike capabilities that can neutralize threats quickly. Any missile exchange between the two would have catastrophic consequences, but Israel's edge in missile defense and intelligence might allow it to dominate in a prolonged conflict. Egypt's strategy would likely focus on overwhelming Israeli defenses with a large initial salvo to achieve a psychological and strategic effect before Israeli counterstrikes begin. So, after comparing Egypt and Israel's missile capabilities, one thing is clear: both nations have powerful arsenals, but Israel currently holds a technological and strategic edge due to its advanced missile defense systems, precision strike capability, and domestic production capacity. Egypt, however, is no pushover. Its growing missile stockpile and modern cruise missile arsenal make it a serious regional player capable of striking high-value targets. The balance of power remains delicate, and any miscalculation could lead to rapid escalation. What do you think? Can Egypt catch up to Israel in missile technology in the coming years, or will Israel maintain its dominance? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon so you never miss our deep dives into global military power comparisons.